Hello and welcome. I'm Emily, and I am joined today with my friend Jillian, and we are going to begin our very own smutty book club that we would love to invite you to come along with. So, for the inaugural book of Smutty Book Club with the Smut Oracle, we are going to do Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straube. Now, I have not read this book yet. Jillian has read this book. And I've been promised some unhinged, hilarious, crazy stuff. So, from the first 3 chapters, which is what I have read so far and what we're going to be discussing tonight, I can already tell you that we are in for a wild ride, my friends. We are coming in hot. I mean, page 1, paragraph 1, we are talking about some jobs that have been completed between a lovely lady and a boy of the hand variety discussed in the first paragraph of the book. So if you have watched any of the other content on this channel, mostly talked about fantasy or romantasy kind of novels, which honestly, as much as they love to have a reputation as fairy corn, they are very much not. This is a little bit of a spicier step in this direction.
A little?
And by that, I mean a gigantic leap forward for all of mankind and snake kind, apparently.
I feel like this is like a Thelma Louise over right out into the canyon. Yeah, you're just like, you're like page 1, you're like, and we're in the canyon.
Yes. Now, let me be clear. I have read many a novel of maybe not this specific variety, because this is what I would consider leaning towards like the monster variety of spicy, right? I haven't read too many of those. I did read the Ruby Dixon, which one? Planet? What? Help me.
Ice Planet Barbarians.
Yes, I have read. I have read Ice Planet Barbarians. So I've read some of that, but mostly I do tend to read more contemporary type levels of spicy things. I do love a vampire situation. I do love a shifter situation. I've not really done a whole lot of Omega-verse or any of that kind of paranormal monstery things, but I am very excited about this because it seems like very different.
I feel like this is going to be more the shifter version for you. Like I've read Ice Planet Barbarians because a friend of ours who is now a common friend of ours, shared Ice Planet Barbarians with me and this whole genre, and I read it, and we wrote back and forth to each other in the actual book. I know, blasphemy, but it was worth it for that particular book. I feel like that was definitely more monster porn. This feels more shifter related.
Yeah.
So I think you'll enjoy it, but it is truly the most unhinged book I've ever read in my life.
Okay, well, that is a stamp of approval from Jillian. Therefore, that is what we are doing on Smutty Book Club. So if you would like to join along, we will let you know what chapters we are covering ahead of time so that you can be prepared to listen up to the conversation, because I'm very thrilled and excited. Now, to address the elephant in the room, this is not our uniform.
No.
We just showed up like this. So you are not required to wear green and black vest situations when coming to the book club, but if you do, just know you'll be in great company. So
it is
we're also just good friends that know each other really, really well. So if you've ever had a conversation where you just want to, you want to have a conversation with a friend about this book or anything else, that's what we are. We're just like your fun besties on the internet that can't hear you when you talk back to us. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
I have not prepared to go like necessarily like point for point, but there are just a couple of things right at the top that I noticed that I want to bring up. I think that Temperance, whatever we want to call her, Tem is definitely an Enneagram 8.
Emily, why would you say that?
I myself am an Enneagram 8.
What? Oh, shock.
And so the whole like, okay, here's what you need to do. Just follow the rules and don't talk back and just do what you're told. And she literally cannot. She cannot.
Mm-mm.
Even under
physically incapable.
Physically incapable. Even like under possible death, disownment, banishment. She's like, I'm gonna do what I want.
But then also simultaneously Catholic guilt the crap out of it because she feels so bad. She's like, oh, I really should listen. Oh, such Catholic guilt.
Yeah. 100%.
Did you feel seen?
I felt so seen. In the first 3 chapters, I was like, oh my God, I like when I identify with characters in books, but not on this level. Like, this has made me a little uncomfortable.
Well, it's about to make you real uncomfortable.
I'm afraid of that. So
I personally cannot wait.
So I just wanted to see if maybe, because you know a lot, you studied a lot, you teach a lot about the Enneagram, and so I just wanted to throw that out there. Pretty sure Tim, at least from the first 3 chapters that I can tell, giving me some hard 8 vibes, and that also could very much just be me projecting. So
it's okay. That's the beauty of a book, right?
Okay, so I guess I'm assuming that everyone's reading along with us, but if you have not, if you're just clicking on this video because you think we're funny, and we are, then we can tell you a little bit more about it as we go through. So coming from the person who's not read it, who's not an expert on this book specifically, we basically enter a medieval kind of time in which the women that were born the same year as the prince will compete against each other to become the queen or the prince's choice for a wife. And how we're going to do that is like real chill. We're going to go and get trained up in the ways of physical intimacy. And the tutors, the teachers of this acrobatics gymnastics class is a basilisk, which is the thing that just about unalived Ginny Weasley in a bathroom at Hogwarts and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Am I wrong?
Mm-mm. Not wrong at all.
Okay.
It's a slithery snake. We've all seen that meme.
It's a snack.
It's a snack. Yep.
It's a snack.
It's a snack. It's a very big snack.
Okay, well, it sounds like he's a snack, but also a snack. Because
he's a snacky snack. You know, and the funny thing is, he's not a, like, he's simultaneously not patriarchal and super patriarchal all at the same time.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. As I read the premise, I was like, oh, this sounds like I'm gonna hate read this.
I know, but you're not. I promise you. But
the first like 5, how many pages is this? The first 10 pages until we meet our sassy best friend. I was like, oh my God, what am I reading? What is this?
Oh, it's total. First of all, it's complete Mean Girl. Like, it is complete Mean Girl with all the stratification of society, like smack in the first 10 pages. And you get right to Tem's insecurities, right to Vera being like the mean girl, like
so obnoxious.
And they're both so insecure, but one is sweet and one has decided to take the evil queen path. And but it very quickly you see like the path where it could switch. Not switch where Tem is mean, but switch where Vera's not so happy and not able to make fun of Tem so easily.
Yeah.
I wouldn't steer you wrong. You know this.
I know. That's why I'm like, I'm trusting. But the first chapter or 2 was a trust exercise.
Oh, same. Like for me, when I read this, I think I texted all of you and it was like, what is what's happening?
What? Yes.
Yes.
So, I am very excited about Gabriel. I love our bestie Gabriel already, probably because I have so many Gabriels in my life. I love him. I will protect him with my life. Nothing bad better happen to him because I love him. But especially like the first interaction where he's like, maybe we could get you, we knock that out so you don't have to worry about it.
He's thirsty in like the best way.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't got time for this because I gotta there's a stable boy, okay? Like I gotta go. And she's like, weren't you already? Like, didn't you? And he's like, different one. He's out of town for like 2 weeks, so I need a different one. She's like, you can't wait 2 weeks?
No, the answer is no.
But no.
Neither can she.
I love that. So, okay. Also, I'm a hyper vigilant eldest daughter. Okay. I see all the things. I see it and go, oh, that's a thing. Oh, okay, that's a thing. So,
what did you say?
I already have predictions. I already have thoughts.
Oh, do this right now with me because I know the answer. The funny part of me being in a smut club is I was in HR for 26 years. So I have a poker face.
Sweet.
Tell me.
Excellent. Okay, so what I've noticed that I'm like, that detail is obviously meant to be for later, is Tim's doesn't have a daddy. Her daddy is gone. We don't know where her father is. And mom has never really said who her father is either. So, and then mom made it to like the top 3 the last time this happened, but was not selected for marriage for the current now king. So for us to be like, missing a dad, mom made it to top 3. She literally cannot follow directions. And
Correct.
Instead of that being a problem, it seems to be something that our Basilisk quite enjoys and is totally fine with. And he's like, go off, girl. Like, absolutely. That's what I like about you. Anyway, I'm just saying from chapter 1, because all of that is in the first 14 pages. I'm like, oh, okay, so there's something special about her. Obviously, we'll have some kind of big reveal later. She's probably not all 100% human. Some kind of something. Because then heavily into the lore, they say humans and basilisks cannot make babies together. It just does not work that way. It's impossible. But then there is a rumor about it. So obviously it happens at some point or you wouldn't have a rumor about it. And why are we talking about all this in the first 15 pages? Because we're going to need to know about this later. It's happening later. I'm just saying it now.
Okay.
So what we do is we now go to the caves and we select our cave.
And here is my
and there he was, and his name is Caspin, and it was giving ick the first time I read it.
Okay.
Like, Caspin. I mean, okay, fine.
Okay. What gave you ick about Caspin?
It's just a dumb name. But to be fair, in all of the romanticities as well, I'm like, really? That's his name? Really?
Well, they're all like, most of them are like fantastical fantasy names. They're not the names. It's not Michael. Like, no. If you want a name, you can opera sing.
Correct. So here's the thing, maybe when I am reading books, authors can describe the woman, the female character, however they want, but it's irrelevant because the female character is me. Okay. When I am reading, it is happening to me in my mind. That's how I'm reading it. So I don't really care how a woman is described or our heroine is described, or even our male hero is described, because it's going to be me when I'm reading it. And
it's going to be me. You're a boy band man.
Exactly. It's me. So when I read the name, I think about whether or not it would feel natural to say that name out loud in the throes of good times. And so on the first pass, I was like, Caspin. I can't imagine it, but maybe I can later. For example, Sookie Stackhouse Southern Vampire series, Charlene Harris. It took a lot because Vampire Bill, his name's Bill, like a vampire named Bill. I just don't know. I don't know if I could have done that. That's just doesn't automatically, it just doesn't work. in my head. But, you know, I have nothing to say because my first boyfriend, like, that was of the Gabriel variety through high school was named Randall. Okay, so that's also not a name that works in that context. No offense to all Randalls.
That's not an operatic singing name.
That is not an operatic singing name, a passionately sung name.
Yes.
So that was, anyway, that's that.
So now that we've talked about the names, so I cannot wait to see how this happens to you throughout the course of this book.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to break a rule. I'm going to have to,
going to happen.
This might be, this is going to be the book that breaks the fourth wall. that makes me put the fourth wall back up, actually.
It might, because there's a moment. Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it coming.
We'll get there.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so chapter 2.
So we meet our basilisk.
Basilisk, yeah.
Cool. And it's like, he's basically got like check boxes and he's like, oh, check, check, check. You have hair, check. You have all of your fingers and toes, check. And we find out he gives her so much more information than anybody else's person gives. And we find out as well that he's like the king. He's a snack and a snake. And he's like the sneaky snack snake king. He's like the one. He's like the Mr. Miyagi, but hot. Like, he's the best that she could be trained by.
I just find him fascinating because you get to chapter 2 and it is very much, like you said, the Hunger Games, check, 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 for a hot minute. But I want to challenge you to think about that, like, well, the boy that picks on you likes you, because then it teaches you to be treated poorly. But sadly, it's actually true because they don't know what to do with their feelings and they weren't taught how to have those feelings very well. And so then they do stupid things. Right. And so I believe this character plays that trope out in the fact that I think he's distancing himself from her from the beginning because he knows that he has the hots for her. Like, she is different for him than the others, and so I think he is like I think he cares for her and he hears her. So I think he is like I said, simultaneously super patriarchal and not at all, because he distances himself to give her the space because she's not ready for whatever is coming down the path.
And it is all very consenty. Like,
it is very consenting.
Even though it is what it is, and everyone's aware of kind of what's going down, he definitely explains what's going to happen before things happen, and checks make sure that's okay. He asks her to do things more than tells so far. So, you know,
and she bosses him around and he says okay.
Yeah, and he's like fine with it, which I love because, again, I'm an Enneagram 8.
Well, I love it because it clearly makes him uncomfortable, but then he takes a pause and then he's like, okay. Yeah, I was like, all right.
I would assume these things are like immortal. I mean, I just assume, I don't know the lore of the basilisks or anything like that, but like, they say he's done this quite a few times. This is not his first merry-go-round on this one, in which case it's like, wait a minute, something different. Okay, it's not just the same old business as usual.
Yeah.
That's why it's like immediately intrigued. Immediately, yes. He's like, oh, immediately, yes.
we have a new player in the game. Let's try this. Yeah.
He's like, oh, something new. Excellent.
She makes him uncomfortable though. Like, she makes him really uncomfortable. Yeah, and I love that. Yeah. I love that for Tem.
And but also he makes her uncomfortable too. I mean, everything's gonna make her uncomfortable because she's a sweet baby angel. She's just a sweet baby angel that has had no experience.
But like a sweet baby angel who has played the phalange tango at home.
Yeah, but not with a partner.
No, we have had, but like not.
So she's only been on solo missions up to this point.
Okay, but sweet baby angels don't even know that exists.
True.
So
true.
So there is an inner Persephone coming out. She reminds me of like a Persephone archetype in the fact that Persephone, the archetype, was very innocent, was invited down by Hades into the underworld and discovered herself and then took charge and made Hades,
became queen,
made Hades lesser, like not the king. She was the king. And she set the rules. And she reminds me of that person where it was like she knew, she was interested, there was enough innocence, but then she comes in and plays with the whole world and changes all the rules. And I love that for her.
I love that too. I love that. So one of my very favorites of anything is any Hades and Persephone retelling. I love. So in which case, is he giving you Hades vibes? Is he a Hades type archetype-esque?
Kinda, now that I think about it.
Because I'm just saying, Hades is on my top 5 book boyfriends across pretty much any of them. Like A Touch of Darkness, the Games Gods Play, Neon Gods. Hades is always up there. I love a man. One of my favorite microtropes is when he is obsessed with her, not in a stalkery way, although sometimes I'm not opposed to it.
When it's controlled in a book, I'm totally fine with it. When it's in real life, like, go to jail.
No, straight to jail.
Like, go straight to jail. Don't pass
straight
go.
To jail.
You do not get $200. Go straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight
but
to
if
jail.
Navessa Allen or Bryn Weaver writes it, like Lights Out, Caught Up, any of the Ruinous Love trilogy, Butcher and Blackbird. Okay, if those women write it, sign me up. Sign me up. Because it's like devotion, but it goes a little far.
It is not unlike Hades. Before we started talking, I wasn't thinking of Hades and Persephone, but as Persephone came to me and then you asked, there's absolutely that consensual stalker, but it's a consensual stalker. I didn't know that could exist, but it does. It is a consensual stalker.
I want him to be so obsessed with me and devoted that it's a little creepy to other people. But as long as I'm into it, it's fine, right?
You are going to experience so many things in this book. I am so excited for your journey. And when I tell you your journey specifically because of how you place yourself in that main character, and then everybody watching you experiencing this while I am laughing at this.
I think we're gonna have to edit this out. Like, I'm just gonna take this part out. I don't do that. I've never said I do that in books.
Lies. What most of us do. I mean, I know you're joking around about it, but like, most of us do in some way. You're projecting yourself in some way into that realm, into that story, whether you are personifying that character, whether you're identifying in some way. That's why books hit a certain way. Right, it hits you in some level. Either it's part of your archetype, it's part of who you are. Like, there's something there that hits. So, you know.
And like, you come from a theater background, I come from a theater background. So I just yes and it. I'm like, oh, that's who I am now in this book. Okay, yes and.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. That's who I am on this version. Great.
I think that's how you discover parts of yourself, though. That's why I love reading. Is it like it allows you to safely from a distance go, do I like that? Do I not like that? What's going on? And then play with it and dive in and out of it. And that's what I love about reading all different genres, but especially the smut variety, because you can safely, without actually doing anything, go, do I like that or not? And then you can go have that conversation in your relationship, which I think is incredibly empowering.
Right. For sure. So,
yeah.
So speaking of things that we know how to do, Tim, after we have a full inspection of all of the things, we do get a little bit of instruction. And so she's like, you first. So as we're inspecting and making sure that everything is where it should be, some encouragement, some hands-on encouragement happens. And so she like gives it right back and was like, I'll do me if you do you kind of situation. So we have some like parallel, shall we say, like side by side adult activities
Mhm.
to the point of arriving. We both arrive.
Mhm. Yes.
And since most of her missions have been solo missions, she's like, what is that now? And he's like, oh, this. Well, actually, you're going to be very well acquainted with this because I'm going to form it into a claw.
Mhm. Not the banana. The banana
No,
doesn't get formed into a claw,
the
but
result.
the
The result.
arrival after
The
the banana is
arrival.
unpeeled.
Correct.
Yes.
The arrival is
yes.
then, it's like a mother of pearl claw
Yes.
that she's like, and what are we doing with that? That's going where? Where does that
Yes. And if you have ever had the Wi-Fi enabled party package.
Mm-hmm. You vibe, we vibe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever had the Vibe package and the Wi-Fi
Mhm.
enabled, it's just with the mind.
Right. Yes. So basically, have you ever seen those things for friends who are long distance where if your friend is thinking about you, then the light turns on and you're like, oh,
Yes,
my
but
friend's thinking about me. It's happening inside of her. So
It's more
okay.
interactive.
It is. Well, it's
Yeah.
not interactive because it is one way. She is receiving the message anytime he thinks of her. So he's like, oh, this is my essence. This is me. And then you're going to wear it around until I see you again. Don't tell anyone about it. And also don't touch it. Okay. But
Mhm.
also, anytime that I'm thinking about you, you will know. She's
Mhm.
like, how am I going to know? Okay. Well, that's how she knows.
She walks out of the cave and she finds out real quick.
Immediately. This is where my upbringing was like, ugh!
When she was with her mom.
When she was in the church with her mom. Also, that brazen hussy Vera.
Let's not slut shame.
You're right. The deity of which they're worshiping is the fertility goddess or the god of fertility. So I'm sure that one had no issues with it. So you're right. I fully take back what I said. But also, like in public, that is brave, girl. I guess good for you, man. But she's receiving thoughts from Caspian. Man.
We're going back to Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe.
No, I was trying to like make it Cassian from Avatar. Anyway.
Oh.
Caspian. He's thinking of her. And she's receiving those thoughts while she is sitting beside her mother in a church watching Vera have the
Phalange tango.
manual phalange tango.
She's driving a stick shift at church in the pew.
Yes, she's driving a stick shift at church.
Yep.
And then dips down to receive it. So again, good for you, girl. But also from Tim's POV, she's like, are you aware where I am right now? Like, do you know? Was this intentional? Because there are hymns and she is singing and she literally is like, oh.
Well, think about it. He's a basilisk and he has some level of communication with her, whether she is aware of it or not. So absolutely he is messing with her.
Yeah, in the church, less.
Next to mom.
While you're watching your biggest frenemy do things that you feel like you're not good at yet.
Yeah, but then after this, she meets up with Gabriel and she's like doubling over. And he's like, what's going on? She's like, cramps.
It cracks me up. And Gabriel coming in with the win when he's like, hey girl, so you a changed woman yet? Like, tell me everything.
Spill the tea.
She's like, dude, I have the king of all of them. I've got the baddest baddie. And he's like, oh, I love that for you, actually.
Well, and then I love he calls her out because she's like, I wouldn't have cared either way. He goes, yeah, you would have.
Yes, you would. And this is where I'm like, oh, she's an Enneagram 8 for sure. And maybe a 1 or maybe a 3. She's like, do you understand the pressure I'm under now because of who is my person? And he's like, okay, listen, if you didn't have him though, you would then be like, of course I can't win because I don't have as good of a person as I could have. So I'm automatically not going to win. But now you have the best. So suck it up, Buttercup.
Now she's got
Like,
skin in the game, so to speak.
a lot of it.
I got
Quite
dad
a
jokes
lot.
all day long. You know I do.
Quite a lot of skin in the game.
Then she finds out. So Vera starts pouting because she realizes that Tem knows her basilisk name. So she feels victimized immediately
So
and treated
who
poorly.
I see Vera as, and I'm sorry to like plant this thought in your mind, because of who she is. She works in the bakery, just her entire vibe. She's Nellie from Little House on the Prairie.
Totally. She's a saucy up Nellie. You're
Like, that's who
spot
she
on.
is.
Yeah, no,
Like,
you're not wrong.
The general store owner's daughter or whatever, who's like the rich girl, who's the worst, who's so mean. That's Vera. So
Not
in my
wrong.
mind, I'm like, okay, it's Nellie from.
This is gonna make the book so much more fun for me now.
Excellent.
That was a gift. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. As
You're
always.
so welcome. That's who I see as Vera as I'm reading it.
All
I'm
right.
just like, Nellie, got it.
Yeah, but the end of this chapter, let's talk about the last words. He says, "Let's eat." That is
Okay.
so sweet.
Okay, so let me go back. All
right.
Because when we're talking about like Hades and all the things that I'm obsessed with, okay? One of the things that I'm obsessed with that I love more than anything, you know who does so well at this that I'm about to say? Allie Hazelwood. All of Allie Hazelwood's books, all of Allie Hazelwood's men that she writes, which all men should be just written by Allie Hazelwood or Emily Henry. But what I mean by that is takes care of, like, is so obsessed with her that he wants to just take care of her. And so he's like, well, you know, you're not exactly the prince's type because he likes him a little thicker, which hell yeah, let's do that. But he's like, not exactly the prince's type. So like, you need to eat a little bit more. Like, you should eat more because you're a little too skinny. And also, what woman doesn't want to hear? You should probably eat more. You're too skinny. Because I have never in my life been told, oh, you're a little too thin.
Same girl.
Anyhow, he's like, you should probably eat more. And she's like, I literally cannot. We're like poor as hell. So it's not gonna happen.
That was in chapter 2. Yeah.
No, not gonna happen. He's like, cool. Well, I'll just feed you here. Like, you'll eat while you're here. So basically, she gets to get on her back, arrive, and also then eat afterwards. So that's chapter 3. I'm like, oh, this really is like a fantasy for a woman.
Well, it is, but you still care for. So, you know, when somebody's too caring, it can be very oppressive, right? If they're like constantly trying to care for you, I couldn't do that if it was constant caring, because then it's like you're deciding what I need. But I feel like he balances as best as he possibly can. I mean, yes, humans are animals, but there's a literal wild animal in there. And so I feel like the realism of that is the fact that there's parts that just take over sometimes, but then he tempers it for Tem. And there are times where it's like, no, you're doing this. And other times where he's like, but I'm never going to force you to do it. And I think this is the best thing for you based on what I know and my experience. But if you don't want to do that, that's your choice. But in this case, I think he's caring for her, not just to make her more curvy. I really do think it's like, no, eat. Like, let's eat because you need to eat.
Yeah, right.
Because you're not eating at home because you can't afford to. And that sucks.
Right. And if it were just because, in my opinion, he has a job, right? Like, if this is just a job, the job is not to feed and to hang out while we're eating, right? So I did not go further than the end of this chapter, but it literally says at the end, shall we eat?
Yeah.
So it's not like, cool, here's your food. See you tomorrow. I'm outie.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, would you like to eat now? Like, it's aftercare.
No, it really is, because he doesn't boot her out. He never boots her out. He's like, go do what you need to do. Know that I'm caring for you, etc. And like, I feel like he knows she's insecure. And so the I'm thinking about you really does help to build her confidence in seeing that she is valid in who she is, right? And like him accepting her as who she is, like this strong woman who has an opinion, who doesn't want to follow the rules, is just continuing to get her validation that she didn't receive from the community around her, from her household, et cetera, because it was seen as negative. And so I think this is the first time she's really being seen for who she is. And I don't want to make this more than it is, but like, I do think that it's important to have that in books, right? And while there's disempowered moments, I feel like Lindsay fully empowers Tem as a character to become and be seen as herself.
Because I'm on the book talk and all the things, and the second book came out fairly recently, and she's awesome. Everything that she says, I'm like, oh, she DGAF. So knowing what I know from just those clips of her as a human being, I'm like, okay, I'm in good hands.
When you pick this book up, or if you were nervous to pick this book up, I would encourage you to take this from that frame of reference of she is writing an unhinged book. Like, go into it going, this is gonna be a ride. Like, don't try to make it high literature. Don't try to make it the best smut you've ever read. Don't try to make it monster porn. Just go in, and it's going to be unlike any other book you have read.
As we continue through the next set of chapters, so that if you are reading along with us, you know, we stopped at 3, so we'll do chapters 4 through 8 next time when we get together to talk. I am loving this. Here are my unhinged predictions.
Okay, I'm here for
with
it.
No basis in fact or reality. Okay, I don't know yet in what order of operations, but we're gonna have to, based on how quickly we have dealt with, here's the situation, here's your basilisk, here's what we're doing. I'm gonna assume we're gonna meet the prince at some point soon and figure out that situation. I feel like we're also gonna have to deal with some really petty mean girl crap with Vera. Because, and I mean Nellie from Little House on the Prairie. Just based on the first reaction of like, oh my God, you know his name? I have a feeling that Tem's probably getting a lot closer with hers than any of the others. And the person that's going to have the problem with that the most is Vera. So I think we're going to have to deal with that. And I don't know, but I really hope that we get to see some more hilarious escapades with Gabriel.
I would actually love an entire book dedicated to Gabriel's escapades.
Oh, I would love that. I would read it 100%.
Absolutely.
I'm obsessed. I'm having the best time. And it is hot so far. I know that we can't talk about a lot of these things because of the algorithm, and because honestly, I don't want video evidence of me talking about these kinds of things where my dad might find them. We're not having a bad time reading it.
No, we aren't. But I did forget to tell you one thing. I read this book on an airplane. I feel like this is, you know, that
physically
moment in your life when you're like, I don't care anymore, and this is who I am. And so I just boom and opened it, and I was sitting with it like this, like on my lap.
On your tray table.
Yeah. And the guy next to me, older gentleman, lovely human. He was so interesting. So interesting.
Okay.
We could have a whole conversation about this dude. He was a magical human being. But he's like, what book are you reading? The first thing he asks me. I'm like, probably not for general conversation with a stranger. He's like, okay. But it's a fun book. And then we proceeded to talk. But I proudly read this book like this on the airplane. I was so proud of myself because, like, years ago, I'd be like,
yeah.
And I'm like, yep, I'm reading some smut. Like, come on, I feel like that's better than, like, there are so many movies that are in the back of the seats that you watch that are there full on doing things.
Yeah, totally.
And like everyone can see it.
Yeah.
You have to literally be reading over my shoulder to see what I'm reading. So
and that's on you, boo. That's on you. Okay. Now, Normally I do bring my Kindle on a plane just because it's easier
Yeah.
to not have to flip pages and hold, because I'll have it on the tray table. And also, yes, I'm bougie. I do have the clicker that turns the pages. Okay. I do have that. Okay. So sue me. She's
I
a
remember
girl
when
that
you told me you got it.
so sue me. She's a girl that likes luxury. Okay. It's one of the few things that I've done for myself is to buy a clicker. So yeah, I sit on a plane with it on my tray table and I just sit with the clicker and I'm like reading my book, turning pages with my own remote.
It's like a professor going through PowerPoint slides.
With the PowerPoint, yeah.
You're
Be
reading,
like, and the next.
smut on
Yeah.
your plane.
Well, I mean, I basically am a professor of smut. That's like why I'm on the internet now. I'm on the book talks because
Not wrong. Not wrong.
so it fits, and also that just means I need to get a sweater with elbow patches. I'll look into it. So
Talk to the other member of our smut club. They can help you with that.
right, absolutely. Thanks, Dr. Bob. So as I'm clicking through the pages, it's sitting on my thing, and no shame. Like I don't try to make the font smaller or whatever. I'm just reading it. My own husband will look at it and be like,
Your own husband who benefits greatly from you reading.
yeah, yes, he does. And yet he's like he will like literally touch a word and be like,
The next time he does that, go, we have a child so people know what we've done.
right. We
Shut it, just do it and see if it shuts it down. Like they know we have a child. So they know.
It has occurred. Like they know. Okay, they know.
They know.
But bless him. He's just like,
because he's a sweet baby.
yeah. So I just finished. What did I just finish? It was the games gods play. So it's called The Things Gods Break. It's by Abigail Owens.
Okay.
Our homegirls with Hades, and that means I'm with Hades. So I'm down. Anyway, I just finished that book and I screenshotted one of the things that Hades said to her and I sent it to my husband. I was like, why can't you talk to me the way that Hades talks to me? And he comes through the door from work. He walks in the door with his phone in hand, reading aloud in a Sling Blade accent, like the Billy Bob Thornton movie. And he's reading it a la Sling Blade. And I go, la 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 la, do not ruin this for me. Do not ruin this for me. So that's the man I married. It's always an adventure. I love it. Like, I love him. But also, I'm just like, dude. If you have not received a dramatic reading, let me be clear, a bad dramatic reading of one of your book boyfriends by your actual real life partner, we're not married to the same type of person.
We are not, though. They have a lot in common, but they are just enough different. But I have not gotten the pick up and do a dramatic reading out of a book yet. I may have to provide that as a challenge. Yeah. Ooh, maybe we should put them in the same room together and have them do a scene together.
Yes. Yes.
Could they play Caspian and the Prince?
No. No.
I don't know, I just quiet laughed like I wasn't even breathing. No.
No.
Who could you handle them playing?
Who do I not care if it gets ruined? I can't. Yeah. It's hard because it's a fantasy for a reason, okay? There are so many things that happen in books that if it happened in real life, it would give me the ick.
For sure.
Like, absolutely not. No. But because I'm reading it and I can read it in whatever inflection that I want to read it, and or Aiden Snow. Who else do we want to like name drop that's really good? Anthony Palmini.
You're better at this than I am.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what his name is. Like
You
everybody's
have a superpower of being able to just pull the names from books you've read in the past. I read them and then I'm like, that was amazing. And like it goes out of my head. And
I'm trying to remember.
This is never going out of my head.
Jacob Morgan is another one that does a lot of really good audiobook voices for men.
That's fair.
And then The Internet's Boyfriend. What is his name? Erin Mallow. I remember her name. Also, let's hype women audiobook narrators just as much as we do the guys.
Most of the books I listen to are done by women.
I do a lot of duet narration. Yeah, I do a lot of duet narration. I'm gonna have to cheat and look at his name, and when I look at it, I'm gonna be like, that guy. I can't believe I forgot that.
I'm horrible at that. It's so funny because you and my friend Jennifer, you can name all the narrators of the books that we listen to, and I don't even look because I don't. I'm gonna listen to the book no matter what. So there's very few books that I turned off because I don't like the narrator. So
Teddy Hamilton. I was like, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. That's like The Internet's Boyfriend. All of Book Talk's boyfriend. I did not know this.
Learn something new today. Okay.
Teddy Hamilton does the voice of so many, and it's good. Like 10 out of 10. There's a lot of really great audiobook narrators that I'm like, okay, that's maybe not how I would have read it, but I'll accept it because your voice is deep and very nice and rumbly. So I see you. I accept it. But that's why it's like, I don't, when it's in real life though, if it were said or done or whatever, then it's like, I wouldn't like it. So while I can read about it and be like, okay, alrighty then.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Again, it's not anything that is going to happen IRL.
Agreed. And I think that's why like some people have challenges reading smut. And I think it gets uncomfortable. Not for everyone, but I think there is a subset of people where it gets uncomfortable because it unearths things in them that they're like, oh, I don't like that I feel that. Not judgment to them. There is a part of me that's like, please go figure out what that is.
Go process
Not that you have to keep reading smut, but if you felt it, instead of getting mad at the book and banning it or hating that it exists, like process it and go to somebody safe that you can process this with. And you don't have to tell anybody. You can have it all inside your own experience. And then whatever. And then you don't have to hate on it. Like, it's okay. You don't have to like it, but also process it for yourself so we can have it.
Yeah. And we'll just process it out loud here. So if you need to talk about it, you can just listen to these two internet randos talk about it. And then either be like, agree, yes, or like, absolutely not. In which case, throw it in the comments. That's fine. But like, be nice. Okay? Like, I have feelings. I'm a real girl.
Same.
And please join us again for the next installment where we're going to talk about chapters 4 through 8 of Kiss the Basilisk by Lindsay Straube. So thank you all for joining Smutty Book Club, and we'll see you next time.